What's up, everyone, and welcome back to S&E Ants YouTube channel. Man, it's been a month. Can you believe that? Welcome back. This is our November update for our Camponotus colonies and all the ant colonies that we currently have. This video is going to be quite short but quick at the same time. What you're watching is, again, a 2x speed. I think that's going to become a normal thing here. Helps out with the video times and links and speeds everything up. So first things first, if you're not subscribed, please check out this pop-up. 84% of you guys are not subscribed that watch this channel. Only 15% of you are. So if you give me just 1 second, pause, hit the subscribe button, hit the like at the end of the video if you like the content, and stick around with all of us so we can keep progressing forward with our colonies, and you can watch them grow and watch how I take care of them, and maybe you can learn something yourself in the process. So let's get back to the video and talk about everything that's going on. So this is the November update. I just mentioned that all the colonies as of right now, except for one, are in diapause. I've officially put them all away. They're doing great. I check on them once a week. So I know some people may say it's a little early, especially with the colony still having a little bit of pupae in the inside of the nests, but it was getting to the wire, so I needed to throw them in. I got them this mini fridge right here on the screen. It was only $100 from Walmart. Got it shipped right to my door for free. I have it on the very, let me say this correctly, the highest setting, so the hottest setting it can be, but it turns on and keeps the ants cool. So it's probably like, I'd say around 50 degrees inside the refrigerator. It does great. The colony's doing great. They're still alive. I make sure to keep them watered and hydrated. That's the biggest key once you do this, once you take this step. So just be sure to keep watering them. If you use water towers, this Tar Heels Ants has a hydration pool, I guess you would call it, cup. You can see it in the video. So I try to keep that full. But this colony, Camponotus colony number 1, as you can see in the bottom left, doing great. So again, moving towards next year, we'll bring them out, see how they're doing. I'll give you an update throughout, and we'll go into that. Now, next colony, Camponotus castaneus. I learned how to pronounce this. It's castaneus colony. This is the only Camponotus castaneus colony I own. It's my prize jewel, as I've told you guys in other videos. They're doing great. Again, this footage that you're watching is me putting them into the fridge. Now, if I recorded them and showed you what was going on, I wouldn't say go to sleep per se. Some people say the ants go to sleep, but they just stop moving. They don't do a whole lot of moving. When I do open the fridge, I can see them moving. They move very slowly, but they're not like completely out or not able to move. I've seen some people's videos that they bring their ants out of diapause and they're like curled up and they look dead. So I don't know if they're putting them in an area that is too cold for them, but again, my fridge is around, I would say, around 50 degrees, and that's to me, that's quite enough to keep them from growing, to give them a break, to give them that hibernation-ish period to kind of calm down, for the queens to get their energy back, to kind of recoup, because they lay eggs all year. So this colony's doing great. Same kind of concept here. I keeping them hydrated, keeping them the water tubes filled with water, the hydration towers, keeping those full of water. They're right beside the first Camponotus colony, my main Camponotus pennsylvanus colony. They move around when I open the glass. They interact just a little bit. Again, they move very slowly. Nothing different here. So again, if you haven't already and your ants are typically found in a environment that gets cold during the winter, I would highly suggest you go ahead and putting them into diapause. I know a lot of newer ant keepers watch my channel. So even if you live in Texas or Florida, if you have an ant that is typically found in a region that gets cold, you need to put them in diapause. Okay. If you have a harvester ant or any type of ant from the south that doesn't experience cold temperatures, it's okay. You can keep them on heat all year, or you can just take the heat off of them and keep them in your natural room temperature, which I'm assuming is around 70 for most folks. It's not going to do much to them. and it would give them a tiny bit of a break where it would cool off during these winter months for Florida and Texas. But if you have an ant that's from the East Coast, or if it's a Camponotus species that's normally found in areas that get cold during the winter, put them in diapause. I know it's a little scary. Just find a little mini fridge, something like that. Throw them in there. You ain't got to freeze them. That would kill them. But please try to put them in diapause. Give them the break they need. Just keep them hydrated. Now, we go into the main story of this video that I wanted to talk about. This is my Camponotus pennsylvanicus queen number 2. This is the one that I got at the end of the season. I wanted to try to kind of save her in a sense where she was very late bloomer. She was struggling to get any kind of nanetics going on. As you can see in the video, she's been in the Tar Heels Ants discus for a couple months now, and did not, as of this video, have any nanetics. Now, if you watch closely, when she's moving around, she has 2 pupae that are cocooned, enclosed. The technical term I'm not sure about, but she's got a couple eggs, she's got a couple larvae, but she's got 2 pupae that are in the cocoons, and she does a great job. Very aggressive when I try not to bother her so much. People harp on do not bother the queen when she's in her founding a colony stage. It's very important, and I kind of see why. She gets very agitated very quickly, very defensive, likes to bite, and I try to stay away from her. You can see I have a tip of a cotton ball or a cotton ear. I don't know what you would call it, but it's the cotton Q-tips. That's what it is. Cut off, and I use that to feed her the nectar that I have. That way she can stay hydrated. And as you can see in the video, she's healthy. She's got her abdomen is very swollen, so she's got plenty of food in her. And I did give her just a little bit of a mealworm tip that I had left over from another colony. So I keep her fed, and I keep her, as you can see in the video, I put her back on heat. And I think that's the biggest issue that I was having with her. I took her off heat because my other Camponotus colonies did not like heat when they were on it. So I tried to keep her on heat as long as I could, and I have her back on heat now, but I just scared me because the other Camponotus colonies did not like heat, so I didn't put her on heat, and I think that was my mistake, because it didn't do anything for the pupae or the larvae or even the eggs. They kind of just didn't do anything. So she's doing good now. I do want to talk about one quick thing, though. You'll have this pop up right about now that shows the state of what I came to the day after I found her. She did have the 2 cocoons, so the 2 pupae did emerge into 2 nanetics. Now, it was great. I was super excited, super happy. The very next day, I came back home after the nanetic section had emerged, and she had dismembered and killed them. Now, the nanetics acted a little strange. They could barely walk. I know this is normal for most nanetics when they're young, maybe a day old, but I figured that they would come around and be fine. But she ended up killing them because I guess they had a disorder, or maybe they have stayed in the pupae stage too long. So that's the update. She is not in diapause. I do not have her in the fridge. I want to keep her out so she can get nanetics, so she can start a healthy colony next year. So the very end of this clip, you'll see me putting them into the fridge. I wanted to show you a quick clip about that. And that's it, guys. That's the November update. So I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed your November. Hopefully we'll see you before Christmas. But if I don't, Merry Christmas. And I will see you next year. If you don't hear from me before then, take care. Hey, S&E Ants here. If you enjoyed this video, check out this recent upload or this recommended video. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button in the middle of the screen. If you liked what you just watched, please drop a like. It really helps the channel. If you have any other suggestions or ideas, comment down below. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.